Welcome to Grief, Gratitude, and the Gray in Between podcast. I'm your host, Kendra Rinaldi. This is a space to explore the full spectrum of grief, from the kind that comes with death to the kind that shows up in life's many transitions. Through stories and conversations, we remind each other that we're not alone. Your journey matters, and here we're figuring it out together. Let's dive right in to today's episode. Hello. So today it's me doing a solo episode, and I just wanted to come on here and chat a bit about what's going on in my life and the things that lately have brought up some grief. So in the last few weeks, I've actually experienced different situations in which grief has shown up that is not directly even tied to me, but to people around me. So a month ago, one of my friend's moms died. My friend's mom died. Here I'm like grammatically incorrect. And I got to attend a memorial in her honor, which was beautiful, and I loved how how they did it, like in their home. They had people be able to come in and stop by, and how it really showed so much of her mom's personality. And I knew her mom well. I love her mom, and I still say it in the present moment because it's true. And I love how they were able to incorporate parts of her personality into the way um, that they had the memorial. She had a great sense of humor, and she liked to play pranks. So they had this bowl full of spiders and cockroaches, like the plastic ones, and it had like a little sign that to grab some and to prank somebody that week in honor of her. And that was just so, I thought, so unique and so personal, because again, it was also letting us know, as those attending this memorial, more about her. The other thing that they had too was uh, a little like recipe card with two of her favorite recipes, soup and a dessert, which I had actually the honor of trying them both. So I love that now I have this little keepsake in her honor and remembering her. So, and inside their home, they had different things that really showed her personality, and they had things that she liked. She loved cats, and so there were like lots of different things that she owned that had cats, things about their culture, food that had exemplified their culture, their background, a recipe book with all the tabs that of all the favorite recipes she had as well. Just I loved it. And in conversation, then as you're going around and kind of seeing this and interacting with other people that knew her, being able to share stories of these different things was just amazing. And then they had on the TV, just a little video going on of all these different pictures of all the different adventures and times in her life with all the people that she loved. So I absolutely loved attending that memorial and really seeing the joy that she had brought to people's lives and continues to bring, and also just the way in which her family chose to honor her. The and I attended another memorial more recently, and it was different. It was at a location. I went to the burial. I also went to the memorial, and it was also beautiful. It was also, they read a whole kind of eulogy, letting know about what this gentleman had achieved through his life, all his life, his upbringing in another country, and the different moves and all the things he'd done, all the languages he had learned, having to move to this country, to the United States, to then start all over again, including all the studies that he had done, he had to validate in this country. And by the way, if I'm kind of saying kind of vague and not saying too much information, is just again to respect the privacy of these individuals, since I'm just sharing my own perspectives. So it was just beautiful to listen to all this history and all this life that this person had gone through, right? It was so inspiring. So even leaving that memorial with my husband, he who didn't know the gentleman as much, like was like, wow, I loved that. I loved hearing everything that he'd done. Then I also got to watch on YouTube a memorial of another friend's parent who had passed, his father, somebody's father, and the words that were shared in that mass, and of his, again, his character, his personality, the way that he was with others, was also so inspiring. All of these people that I'm sharing are all people that were in their 80s. Those people that died that I'm sharing. Each one died of in very different circumstances. Not all of them were of aging. And what I felt so inspired about was all of them really lived a life so full love, of family, of purpose, it was a life lived with purpose. All of their lives, of what I could hear by these different eulogies, was really purpose. And I mean, in these memorials. And it was so inspiring. I turned 50 last year, and this is what I hopefully have to look forward to in the next 30 years of continuing to live a life full of purpose and of touching other people's lives. I hope impacting other people's lives in some shape or form, but particularly of being able to be present with the people that are in my life right now, my children, my husband, my brother, my sister, and my nieces and nephews, my sister-in-law, brother-in-laws. I I hope that I can live a life that is even slightly as full, even as the different people that I got to witness what their lives were in their 80 plus years of life, and how loved they were in their life. So, why I wanted to come on and share this is because a lot of times people don't go to funerals or don't go to memorials because you think it's going to be so sad. And honestly, a lot of these are so inspiring. And really, what you feel is just the amount of love that is there for this person that passed. Yes, of course, there's sadness and grief, but really, really the at the core of it is just this immense amount of love. And it can make you feel uplifted, and it can make you reflect even on your own life. And you can learn from that. You can learn so much from witnessing how others pay their respects to someone they love and when they've died. And I just want to kind of just say that and invite you to maybe not be so reluctant in attending a funeral or memorial, a celebration of life, if you ever have that opportunity. And you may not take it because you might feel it's going to quote unquote bum you out. So that's what I've learned in the last, literally, it's a month that I've been present at these three different memorials, one of them online and the other two in person. But I learned a lot from other people's ways of celebrating the life of the person that they loved. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. And I would love to hear more about your own experiences and what you've learned and felt in different memorials or funerals as well. Thank you again so much for choosing to listen today. I hope that you can take away a few nuggets from today's episode that can bring you comfort in your times of grief. If so, it would mean so much to me if you would rate and comment on this episode. And if you feel inspired in some way to share it with someone who may need to hear this, please do so. Also, if you or someone you know has a story of grief and gratitude that should be shared so that others can be inspired as well, please reach out to me. And thanks once again for tuning in to Grief, Gratitude, and the Gray in Between podcast. Have a beautiful day.